Welcome to Fellas Corner Podcast, where we talk about entertainment, news, and all of the above. My name is D. Got my guy here, OG. Let this rock. Shout out to American Core, working me out this weekend. Shout out to my boy Blends, also giving me that lineup. Shout out to everyone out there, returning listeners, new listeners. Shout out to you guys. All right. What's going on, OG?
Yo, what's going on, D? How you doing today?
Chilling. Long day. Woke up early in the morning. Got the boys' football, you know.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Things are changing. We're almost going to be in August.
Imagine that. I haven't been to work in a while, and it's about to be August.
Yo, we're on the second half of the year. The first half has been over. So we're literally almost finishing up the year. We're probably close to 3/4 of the way?
Yeah. You know what they should cancel? Christmas. That's what should cancel.
Yo, they're canceling Black Fridays out there.
Oh, they already canceled Black Fridays. That's
Walmart
true.
said they're canceling Black Fridays. I'm sure other stores will start to step in and say the same thing. Things are changing. And Black Friday, it doesn't matter anyway. I usually do my shopping online.
Yeah, true.
Right? That's what the deals is. I mean, I don't care about this whole Cyber Monday thing because I do the same Cyber Friday.
Yeah, what are you? PlayStation versus Xbox?
Xbox.
Me too. I can't wait till that thing come out.
I've done the PlayStation thing. I like it, but I'm Xbox all the way.
All the way.
Yeah.
All the way.
I saw, what is it, the PS5? Is that what's...
PS5 is coming out next.
It looks crazy. It looks dope.
Xbox going to be cheaper, though.
What's cheaper? 400, 450 versus 550?
Nowadays, it's nothing cheaper, but I'm thinking they're going to try to undercut the PS5.
So, are they going to launch it at the same time?
Might be 1 week before, one week after. Who knows?
They always do it around the same time.
Around November.
And it's like they don't care. They don't give a damn.
They don't care.
They're like, yo, we're going to put our shit out there. You better buy it.
Yeah. Well, we got a long list today. We're going to talk about that versus battle.
Oh, yeah.
And after that, we're going to talk about who we want to see after this versus battle. And you know what it is. Top 5 greatest rapper of all time.
Yeah. Yo, I got to tell you, this has been a great week.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, I mean, like, the versus battle, I was hyped about it. I was waiting for it. Wednesday, I sat on my computer. I had a tablet. I had the computer. I'm on Instagram.
Studying.
I'm on Apple Music. I'm like, yo, whenever it starts. And they started late.
Late. Yeah, it did.
8 o'clock. I'm like, all right, let's get this going.
That's your bedtime?
Yo, see, the thing is, I thought my connection was like down. I'm like, yo, the studio's there. Like, is it loading, refreshing?
Yeah,
like,
no.
what's going on here?
That's what they do.
You know what I mean? And then all of a sudden, you see Snoop walk in, and it's like, yeah.
It's Uncle Snoop.
Yeah, Uncle Snoop. It's about to start. It's about to go down.
So how you think it was compared to all the other battles?
There's nothing like, I don't think there's going to be another battle like it going forward, another versus battle. I think that battle was everything it was hyped up to be. The performance, it was like that little mini concert in that studio. Snoop took it to a whole nother level when he was crip walking.
Uh-huh.
I think on track 11, versus 11, he was just doing his own crip walk.
But Beanie Man and Bone Tequila kind of set the tone for that type of battle.
Swiss Beats. You gotta give props too.
Swiss Beats, but at the time, the tone of the face-to-face in the same studio. Mm-hmm. Beanie Man and Bone Tequila kind of set that tone for that type of battle.
Yeah.
So that's what made these battles.
Shout out to Beanie Man.
Oh, yeah, because I don't know if you see them before. The beginning, it used to be all Instagram Live, and it was horrible. People had bad connections. I remember that's why you see a lot of memes with Teddy Riley, that the bad connections, people can't hear one. And it was horrible. It was bad. Shout out to them to kind of made Apple Music be part of the versus battle because it sounds much better, look much better in Apple Music. It might have like a 10 to 15 second delay, but it sounds much better.
Yeah, it does have a delay because one of my boys texts me on and we'll talk about it as we get down to the tracks. But I was rating as I went, and I told him I was like, this whatever, and then he goes. Nah, but he just won this one, and I'm like, the song's not even over yet.
Right?
I mean, they didn't even play the song yet. I didn't know what DMX track was gonna be, and but it was on a delay.
Well, as I said before, it's a lot of mixed emotions about this battle. Mm-hmm. A lot of people got it winning Snoop. A lot of people have DMX winning. A lot of people have ties. So what do you think?
So it was close. It was close.
It was close.
You know, here's a cool thing about it. I didn't really realize this. You know, like they're pretty much a year apart in age.
Yeah.
Year apart in age, but the career of Snoop has been a lot longer, even though DMX started late, you know, but I didn't know they were that close in age. It's funny because like in the studio, you know, you see Snoop full of energy. He's all over the place. DMX is like, I'll sit here, dog. You know what I mean?
Well, it looks good that he's healthy. That's what I feel like, that he's healthy. Because, you know,
I'm happy
obviously if he didn't have that drug problem, his trajectory would have been high up there. It probably would have been one of those things we'll call him top 5 rappers. But
I got to say, I'm happy he was popping now in laters
in
that studio. I'm happy.
Now laters in water.
Yeah.
He looked like he's tired, though, most
Kool-Aid.
of the time.
Oh, yeah. He was getting that, give me that Kool-Aid.
You know.
Come at me, dog.
Right, this guy, that's X for you, though.
Yeah. So it was a great battle.
It was a great battle.
It was close. Yeah, look, did you have rank him, or you just kind of sat back? Because there's a couple of cats that I know that say, you know what, I'm gonna just sit back. I'm just gonna listen to it.
Yep.
I just want to enjoy the moment. You know what I mean? Yeah, I could rate it, but that's not what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna
enjoy
sit
the
back.
legends.
What'd you do? You rated it?
I didn't rate it too often. I'm an X guy, so no matter what, X to me will win.
I'm gonna prove you wrong.
Oh yeah, no matter what, X. A lot of people said the same thing too. Trajectory is one of those careers that I know as from the beginning to the end. Snoop, I love Snoop, but I always, he had a lot of help. My boy Tupac, which I thought was one of the best, greatest rappers of all time, is there too. But I just like X a lot.
Yo, and I think half of the tracks that you were listening to, he shout out Dr. Dre.
Oh yeah.
Yo, DMX didn't really shout out nobody because he had different producers. Yeah. Coming in the studio, leaving, working with him on this one and that one. But Dre was there, was it Doggy Style, Dogfather. Later on, Master P jumped into the mix a little bit. Even Pharrell did some, when Neptunes was like all over the place. Pharrell was in there too, right? Yeah, so you got to kind of, it's a little unfair, it's a little unfair when Snoop had all that support. Nothing about his talent, because dude can do it.
He could do it.
But he did have a lot of help. So to your point, DMX, he just said, I'm going to do this no matter what. And he showed up.
So let's go get into it. Let's go round for round. Obviously, we don't want to take too much time. 21 songs is a lot of songs. But round for round. So they say round 1, Deep Cover versus DMX intro.
Deep Cover.
So I like
that's what started it. The first, so what is this, 1992?
Yep.
I think 1992. So I was 11 years old, right?
Yep.
Right. So 11 years old. So at that point, the only thing I was buying at the time was a tape, right? Mm-hmm. If I wasn't buying anything else, it was a tape or a cassette. Deep Cover played on the radio, and then I went and I bought the tape.
So
that's how hot
I'll say about Deep Cover.
Was.
Deep Cover was a hot song. The intro for DMX was hot too. So I did give it Deep Cover, because that intro was fire.
Oh yeah,
but Deep Cover was a way better song.
It was. Oh yeah.
So, but I'll give it around to Snoop Dogg for Deep Cover.
And what's even better than that is that later on, 6 years later, you had Fat Joe and Big Pun, rest in peace. They went in and they kind of sampled that too. And that still was hot, even with Fat Joe and Big Pun.
Fat Joe killed that whole verse, I tell you.
Big Pun didn't.
Big Pun actually had the better verse. But I like Fat Joe. Fat Joe, he introduced himself in Deep Cover. Yep. But Big Pun, verse was crazy. Yeah. But Deep Cover won that round. So we both agreed to. Oh yeah, we both agreed for round 1 with Snoop.
We'll go with
now the second round, that was Who Am I versus What's My Name. DMX, What's My Name to me was better than Who Am I.
No, and hell no.
And you ever listen to What's My Name?
What's My Name? You're talking about obviously Snoop's version, right? Because I heard it.
No, What's My Name is DMX. Who Am I? What's My Name? Snoop version, obviously.
But both What's My Name.
But that's a different type of song.
Okay, so like Who Am I? What's My Name? Snoop Dogg. Yeah, so that song was the first song that had that big commercial play.
Yep.
So that was everywhere. So it didn't matter, like, who you are. You were hearing on the radio. It was everywhere. MTV had a music video for it, playing all over the place. Even VH1 threw some of that out there. It was that hot. And they're like jam version.
A lot of people gave this a tie, but to me, that What's My Name was hard. What's my name?
Yeah. It was hot. Like the the layout that he did it, the way he just kind of was throwing it out there, changed it, made it his own. But I'm still gonna go with Snoop. Yeah, that was like one of them commercial hits.
Oh yeah, I hear
you can't deny.
But that was a commercial. What's My Name was a commercial hit too. That was when he came. That was his third album. That was one of those albums that a lot of people kind of slept on, but it did really well. But we agreed to disagree on that one.
Disagree.
So round 3, Gin and Juice and Get At Me Dog. Now this was a tough one for me because Gin and Juice is a classic. I love Gin and Juice. Classic. Get At Me Dog was one of the best songs out of that first album, and he did mention the reason why he got that song is because of Snoop, because obviously he went to one day he saw DMX and he said Get At Me Dog, and then DMX made a song called Get At Me Dog. Yeah. I gave that to Gin and Juice because Gin and Juice, that's a classic. No matter what you do, that's a classic. I can't take away from it.
Here's the other thing too is that like a lot of these songs, these songs came out when we were young.
Yep.
And we weren't downloading them all over the place, right? We didn't have like the streaming music that we have. So it's either we were listening to on the radio or we were watching the music video. In Gin and Juice, there was a lot of music videos being played all over. And this was one of them. That's how I got to a lot of these songs before I went and bought the album. It was the video. Where My Dog's At, Get At Me Dog. That wasn't, I heard that song on a mixtape.
Yep.
I remember Money Train, Cool Kirk. It was on the mixtape. I heard this. Where Sheik Luke was on it. I was like, this is fire.
Yep.
There was no music video. So I give it to Snoop, and Dre, Gin and Juice, because he had the commercial support music video. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Snoop.
So and throughout this whole verse battle, it's almost like a theme. It looks like Snoop was really going hard in the very beginning. Very hard. So let's say, because the next one, this one I think X kind of lost it because he kind of overplayed his hand. It was Dr. Dre Day versus Rough Rider Some X Shit. See, that's a compilation album. I didn't like when he did it with the compilation album because Dre Day definitely beat that one. That didn't make sense why he even go to that type of comparison.
See, I think, and I think it worked out. Is I think what DMX's strategy was that he was gonna kind of do it more on the back end. That's where he was gonna. Now I don't know if that really worked out for him because like when you watch in the studio, and I don't know if this is how you were rating it, is that Snoop was putting on a show. Anytime his track came up, he got up, he was putting on a show.
But X tired. X was tired.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So he got tired later on. Now towards the end, Snoop kind of hyped him up a little bit, and he was even doing some of the tracks with Snoop. But yeah, I didn't like his strategy.
The first couple, first about 6-7 songs, the strategy was a little off, and I think it changed afterwards.
Yeah, it's like a boxer.
Oh yeah, so we got Snoop winning that round because Snoop definitely won that round. So this one's a little tough for me. Round 5. America Most Wanted versus Stop Being Greedy. America Most Wanted had the backing of one of the greatest rappers out there named Tupac.
Right. That's right.
But Stop Being Greedy, in my eyes, was one of the best lyrically.
Yeah.
So I gave an edge to DMX, but kind of on the tie side as well. But I kind of gave the edge to DMX. The only reason why I gave edge, listen to it, is it's one of those things. That's a cheat code with Tupac. So that's a cheat code. Yeah, that's a cheat code, and I like it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, Stop Being Greedy was gritty.
Yeah.
And that aged much better than To America's Most Wanted.
Yeah, but the thing is, that's the style.
I know.
Right?
I know.
There's tracks out there where, 50 Cent, Eminem, Jay-Z, and there's a lot of them out there. So that's the formula.
That was
what
tough for me. What
happens is the fact that Snoop was able to still be with a legend. And at that point, I think Snoop was kind of finding his own. He wasn't at the level that he is now, but he was able to go in there and still make it his own, because, you got 2 lawyers there. You know what I mean?
But that's at the same time, that's a Tupac song. And I know Snoop was in it. That's why I kind of gave it to DMX.
Yeah, but there's a Jay-Z song on that list too, and then we're going to give that to DMX.
So the next one, this is
real quick, let me throw this out there. So interesting fact, that was the last song or music video that Tupac did before he died. You know that?
Because all eyes on me.
No, I'm talking about the music video. You know what I mean? I know I Ain't Mad at Ya. There's that one too. But that 6 days after that video, that's actually when he got shot in Vegas. Crazy shit. So him and Snoop did that music video, right? Before he passed.
So the next one. So as I said before, we disagree on that one. I had DMX winning that one, but you had Snoop winning that one.
Still going on Snoop so far.
So round 6, Down for My Niggas and Money Cash Hoes. Now,
Yeah.
Money Cash Home blow this song way out of the water.
Yeah.
People said it was a tie.
It was not a tie.
But DMX
tie.
killed that. And
DMX
then,
killed it.
before you even think about it, because that
it's a C Murder track.
Yep.
And the beat's fire.
Yep.
That beat, Money Cash Hoes, that it sounds like a video game.
That beat was fire.
I wasn't feeling the beat, but the way that they mixed in there, Jay-Z, DMX, it's Money Cash Hoes.
And you got to keep in mind that a lot of people try to say that's a Jay-Z song. Mm-hmm. Even though that's actually a Rough Rider song. A lot of and that wasn't a Jay-Z, that was a Rough Rider song. That was on part of the compilation album. I believe it was Volume 2? Volume 2, Rough Riders. But it was
Rough Riders Anthem?
Yeah, that's a compilation. It wasn't a Jay-Z song.
Remix.
Yeah, obviously Jay-Z was predominantly in it, but it was a DMX. It was a DMX and Jay-Z song.
Oh, yeah.
But that was a hard beat.
Yeah.
A lot of people got it tied for some reason.
I like that beat. That beat reminds me of Game Over, a little flip. You know what I mean?
Game Over.
Yeah, Game Over. With that, took that, I think that video game theme and put that into a track. I like it. I'm just saying it was. At first I heard it, I was like, I'm not feeling it. Yeah. But then when they started to drop the verses and then the hook came on, I was like, Money Cash. So I'm gonna give that to DMX.
Yeah,
so
DMX.
Right now, this is for me. This is where DMX starts to climb.
Even the next one.
So this is a boxing match, right? Yep. And right now you have the champion, right, dominating the challenger.
Yep.
The challenger, after going sit down in his corner, the trainer's like, hey, you better get your head in the game. And for me, as I was watching, I'm sitting back, I got my Don Julio on the side, and then as soon as Money Cash Hoes, then the next track we're going to talk about, that's when DMX started to come up.
Me, in general, this track, I didn't like the song of DMX. This track, I got Snoop winning. The only reason I have Snoop winning this one, and it's only because I hate that song, Come Back in One Piece. That was a soundtrack song. I hated that song.
Romeo Must Die.
Yeah. It's one of those songs that you kind of have to make because it's the soundtrack, but it's a whack song.
Here's the thing with Ain't No Fun. If correct me if I'm wrong, right? Ain't No Fun, which is on Doggy Style, right? Yep. If the homies can't have none, that did not get, because of how like explicit it is. I don't really think that got radio play. So it's like
a posse cut too.
Yeah. So if you were out there listening to it on your own, you didn't really know about it till later on.
Yep.
Where the DMX one, that already had the radio play. That was from a soundtrack.
It's a posse cut. I hate, that's why I sometimes can't stand the versus battle. Mm-hmm. It's so many posse cuts. Yeah. Because DMX had some posse cuts too. Not too much, but Snoop Dogg had a lot of posse cuts. Mm-hmm. But I gave that to Snoop Dogg, believe it or not, because I just can't stand that song with Aaliyah.
I gave that to, like I said, this is where it starts to turn a little bit for me. I gave that to DMX because, like I was saying, I like the song. It's just more like, so here's the thing. I'm trying to keep my head into the verses instead of my heart. Yep. And I love Snoop, because growing up, I was like, yo, Snoop is like, he's the dude. Tupac too, right? Biggie, shout out. I ain't a fan of Craig Mack though, even though he was on Biggie's right half. You know what I'm saying?
Mack, one hit wonder.
Yeah. But this was DMX, so I'm gonna give it to DMX.
Yeah. So the next one, this was to me, it was a little tie. Because I thought both of the songs, although I think Snoop had a better lyricist, but X Gonna Give It To You was a big song. And I thought that was a tie. That X Gonna Give It To You was a big song.
This is where we disagree.
Yeah, we're going to disagree on a lot of things.
Bitch, please, that beat, when X started to start it. Right?
Again.
And then DMX. And I think this was produced by Master P. So this is like one of the hits where people were saying, hey, can you do this without Dre? Right? You had your success, Death Row. Can you do this without him? And this is the track that he put out there that was like, yeah, I can still do it.
But you notice that you always say, can you do this without someone? This guy has so much posse cuts, Snoop Dogg. This is another posse cut. You had Nate Dogg there. You have Exhibit there. X just killing. That's
Nate Dogg.
If you think about the whole verses, it's all X all day. So Snoop Dogg had cheat codes. That's what I'm saying. He had a lot of cheat codes.
Hey, money, power, respect. I don't know.
Power. One or two songs out the whole. I get it. But it's a lot.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, 4, 3, 2, 1. That was L Cool J.
L Cool J. You know what I mean?
So
which is funny because that kind of with that whole battle with him and Cannabis.
Yeah,
that's a whole nother verse right there.
That's a tie right there. So, but you got Snoop Dogg winning that one.
I got Snoop all the way. Okay, love the beat.
So
love the beat. Love
next
Exhibit
round.
Did it for me with that too.
Next round, that was all X. Who We Be versus G's and Hustles. That's all X right there.
Yo, if you weren't too far away, I'll give you daps on that one.
Yeah, that was all
Who
X.
We Be, probably my top three favorite track by DMX.
Yep.
the way he just kept on going with the hits and the verses. You know what I'm saying? The wordplay. He just kept on doing it. It's just who we be. He did it great. And and that was, I think, coming off, I think it was the Grand Champ.
Yep, Great Depression.
Yeah, it was Great Depression. So it was coming off that one where he had a lot of other hits before that. So it's kind of like, you know,
that's
can
like
he still do it?
He was the downward. That's when he started going down.
Yeah, at that point, you know, because you're going to have so long of that great success, you know.
Now, this is the round that X started heating it up to me. He starts getting into his bag. Let's Get It On versus the Shiznit. Let's Get It On was one of the best songs out there. It's a hot song. At that time. At that time. It was one of those party anthems.
Because, so that song, like, I'm thinking that came out, I'm thinking 98, 99, somewhere around that. So at that point, that's when, you know what I'm saying, we were old enough to drive, hit the club, and they were playing that.
Yeah.
So when they were playing that, you know what I'm saying, the girls, the fellas are there. So that was doing it. Yep. So it wasn't like I wasn't just popping in that CD and listening to it in my car. I'm hearing everywhere. So I'm gonna give it to you on that one. Yeah, definitely. Yep. Yeah. And I think Swizz Beatz was also starting to show what he can do too.
Yeah.
You know, he's starting to get into it a little bit. You know, producing. You know, so he was showing what he can do. It wasn't just Timberland doing like beats out there.
Yeah.
Swizz was doing this too.
So now the next one for effing with D versus Lay Low. Posse Cut versus DM. That effing with D was the bomb. I'm telling you, effing with D was the bomb.
Yo, fucking with D, took that East Side style, that aggressive hardcore right at you. Lay Low actually took the West Side approach.
Posse Cut.
Sit back, relax.
Posse Cut. That was a No Limit Records. Posse
Lay Low? Yeah, because
but that's a posse cut. You see, who they had? They had the East Side is Master P, Bush Cassidy, Nate Dogg. He tried to go in his bag for cheating.
It was everybody.
But DMX, that lyrical genius that he had, that record was crazy.
Yeah, you're right. You know, like it's DMX. It's like he's going to the battle. He's like, it's going to be me, myself, and I. That's who's going to be out there.
Me, myself, and I.
Snoop is coming out. It's like, you. Let's. So DMX.
The next, so I got DMX on that one. What you got on that one?
I'm fucking with D. Yeah, DMX. I'm fucking with D.
Fucking with D.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So I'll tell you, round 12 was a little iffy for me. I got a tie on this one.
I got a tie on it too. But tell me why you got a tie. Because
the way that DMX played it perfectly.
He did.
The Snoop Dogg was like, "Yeah, beautiful, beautiful." Then DMX like, "Fuck that shit. What these bitches want?"
Yeah. This is classic. And this just shows the gritty style, the intelligence of DMX. This dude. Did you count how many girls he named in that track? Did you count?
I don't even know how much.
46.
46 girls?
3 Kims in there too.
And funny thing is, he probably did have all those 46. People loved him.
More.
People loved him.
Yeah. So he took, he took all these girls, threw that into the verse, made it stick good, and then on top of that, had Cisco starting off with la 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 la. Then you tell me one rap album.
And that was the time when Cisco was big.
Yeah,
that was the time when he's trying to do his solo career. Enter the Dragon
with the
Drew Hill.
Drew Hill,
so he was trying to do the Enter the Dragon career, and then he was big at that time.
That's damn Drew Hill with I forgot the other cat's name, but
Drew Hill was big at the time.
It was a 3-man.
Yeah, the Cisco was big. He tried to do his solo career, and he went with DMX at the time. DMX was coming back, and a lot of people was kind of worried that he wasn't going to make no more hits ever since the first 2 albums, and then he went good on that album. So I got DMX on that one.
And I always say this before, you gotta love the music videos.
Yeah, I love the music. I love those music videos. Now that's DMX on round 12. Round 13. DMX again. How it's going down versus Pump Pump. I don't think a lot of people know what Pump Pump was.
I know what Pump Pump because that's where he kind of throws in like his Rastafarian background. His style. That's just not that. He changed it up a bit on that album.
You cannot go how it going down with Pump Pump. He should have put something totally different versus How It's Going Down. How It's Going Down is an A-track.
It is.
That's a B-side is Pump Pump.
It is. Pump, so you changed my mind.
Yeah, you cannot.
Well, I think I had that in it because I'll tell you what I rated it at the end.
Yep.
Like I get your approach and it makes sense what you're saying. How's It Going Down? It's still a hotter track for the masses.
Yep. Now, round 14, I got that one Snoop because it's all good was a B-side, and going against the other one, it was a B-side as well. But I think Snoop got this one.
I went with DMX, and I went for personal reasons that I can't disclose on this podcast. It brings back great memories. If you listen to the words, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. It's I think it's DMX's range again. Is that him? Like, he just took it to a whole nother level. Like, yo, you can talk all day about, you know what I'm saying, your fellas and all these dudes and what you're doing. Then you could turn around and be like, yo, let me talk about the ladies right here. You know what I mean? Like, what they mean to me, you know, and what I've gone through with them, you know. So, it's all good. I'm going to go.
So, you got.
Oh, I love the track. Yo,
I got Snoop Dogg, but you got DMX
hook,
on that one.
Everything. You know,
I like the track. I played that more than I played the other one.
Melody, you know what I mean? You know.
So you got that one. So round 15, I think DMX played this really well. I got it as a tie, but I think he played this really well because you think of Murder Was a Case It Gave Me was one of the best songs I heard from Snoop Dogg. But Slippin', you got me crying on Slippin' because
it's once again his range, right? He switched it up again. DMX switched it up again. Yo, he took it and said, hey, this is more on my emotional side. This is the shit I had to deal with growing up. This is how I had to overcome. You know, probably even motivating, right?
Motivating. Because I remember when I heard that song, no matter how hard you is, you always find a way that when a day that you were slipping.
All day.
Because no matter how hard you are slipping,
everybody slips.
I can't get up. Because, you know, DMX was one of the hardest back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm not saying that Snoop Dogg, because Snoop Dogg's a crip. He got to be one of the hardest.
He started off
hard. Yeah. He got a body on his belt.
Murder Was his case, right?
Slipping was a good song. But I got it as tie because out of respect, you had to give that as tie.
So I put it as a tie. Now, normally I probably would have went the Slipping route. But what did it for me with Murder Was the Case is that the Murder Was the Case was a track to what at the time was him going through his own legal battle. So now you tie it in. Like there's this dude that we're watching, we grew up listening to. You know what I'm saying? We're all fans. Yo, we love his music and everything. And all of a sudden, yo, the story is that this dude is gonna do a bid, right? He might be going in jail because his bodyguard, you know, he was there, his bodyguard, you know what I'm saying, caught a body. So now he's going to go to jail. We're not going to see this dude ever. And then Murder in the Case came on, you know what I'm saying, you're listening to how he felt going through that. And same thing like DMX. He put his heart out on that track, but I put it as a tie.
All right, so round 16, Niggas to Start Something versus Snoop Doggy, Posse Cuts, Doggy Dogg World. I got DMX on that one. That's a lyrical genius. That was a posse cut. Posse cut versus posse cut. Locks went crazy on that. The DMX went crazy on that. They even had Mace on that one. Got DMX on that one because Doggy Dogg World was an all right song to me, but it was just too much. It was just too much.
Doggy Dogg World. No, I think it was just there, and it was another one from I think multiple time gold album, you know, in Doggy Style. So for me, Doggy Dogg World, it's like one of those tracks that you just blast it, drive around. And you might even put it on repeat.
But again, A versus B.
True.
You can't do the A versus B.
Yeah, but you know, there's a lot of B sides here too.
Yeah, there's a lot of B sides, but a lot of people don't know Doggy Dogg World. That's a
lot of people don't know it.
A lot of people don't know it. I'm just saying, a lot of West Coast people know it.
Yeah, of course.
That's a B side. That's a B side album. I tell you.
Yeah, but sometimes you're just going on the quality of the music.
And the quality, you telling me, even Jadakiss' part on that song was good quality. Jadakiss actually put that song, he was supposed to put that song versus Fabulous, but that's a good song. That's a good song. I got DMX winning that one. We got Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, I got Snoop on that one.
So round 17, this is another posse cut. These are a lot of posse cuts I'm noticing. This is a 4, 3, 2, 1. So this one, I had DMX winning because that was one of the best songs I ever heard in a while, especially with L Cool J. Cool J, we're gonna talk about later on, but that was a good song.
Method was on there too. Right,
I'm starting to realize.
I think that put Cannabis on there too.
I'm starting to realize in the verses, it's almost like Snoop Dogg didn't put some of his big hits.
Yeah, so once we're done, I have my honorable mention. There's a couple of tracks I'm gonna throw out there that you're right. He didn't. He took a lot of tracks from with Doggy Style. He took a lot of it, thinking like, yo, this is one of the hottest, the best albums in music history.
Yeah.
Right, never mind just rap history, music history, and he took a lot of tracks from that album, thinking, "Hey, that's what I'm gonna do."
Yeah.
But versus DMX, he was more versatile, right? He was pulling up from here. You know, there's a couple other tracks that I'm disgusted, and I'll bring it up my honorable mention that DMX didn't put in, but I
got DMX winning this one. I got DMX winning that song.
Actually, I have DMX winning it by a lot. Not even. I mean the. East Siders were good too.
Yeah,
I love
East
it.
I hear what East Side. East Side is more one of those West Coast love them, and I know a lot of people always want to put their own spin on certain groups.
Yeah.
But DMX won this one.
Yeah,
DMX won this one.
Yeah.
So the next one, Money, Power, Respect, you cannot beat that. I don't care how much 50 Cent, PIMP. Nah, Money, Power, Respect was a legendary song that a lot of people really killed it. Little Kim killed it, for God's sakes. That's one of those songs I don't think you could beat with PIMP.
So do you think Snoop put that song in there knowing he was gonna lose? Because PIMP was a hot track with him and 50.
PIMP was a hot sound track.
It was, but he went against Money, Power, Respect because they both were featured, right?
Yep.
So he's like, yo, like I'm sure they maybe looked at each other's list or something before the verse. I think
he put that because he probably thought in his mind he could beat Money, Power, Respect. Money, Power, Respect.
I think he could have put that song somewhere else and he could have beat another track, but otherwise there was no beating Money, Power, Respect. There was no beating that.
Yep.
It's funny. Like I think of DMX more in that track than Little Kim, than the Locks because of the way he just dropped it.
Yep.
You know. So, but I'm thinking Snoop could have took PIMP and put it in a different verses.
Put it somewhere else.
He could have got that win because that was a hot track.
It was a hot track.
It was.
But you can't beat Money, Power, Respect.
Especially at the time where 50 was over. You know, he was all over the place.
You can't beat Money, Power, Respect.
I mean? Yeah, exactly.
So DMX won that round for me, no matter what.
Yeah, so like G Unit. Like came from 50 because of how hot 50 was. Even though Lloyd Banks, I know he had his little troubles here and there. Young Buck didn't really blow out, but G Unit came from 50s, and I think PIMP could have been better somewhere else. But otherwise, I give it to DMX.
So the next two songs was a more controversial song, and this is how people sway who won, whether it's Snoop and DMX or if it's tied. Round 19, Rough Riders Anthem versus Nothing But a G Thing. That's a tie. That's a cultural tie because it's one of those things. Rough Riders Anthem was probably one of DMX's biggest hits. Nothing But a G Thing is probably one of Snoop Dogg's biggest hits. That's a cultural tie because those songs just did it. It hit a different way. Now, I think Rough Riders Anthem probably seasoned. And also, it actually kind of aged much better than Nothing But a G Thing. But it's not about Nothing But a G Thing. I love listening to it.
It's one of those classics.
Yeah,
right?
one of those classics. Yeah. But Rough Riders Anthem, it was killing. They even do a crazy remix with it, too.
They did. The remix. I love the remix. I think that's what got Eve. Eve kind of went on to her own. We can talk about like who Snoop put on the map. Versus who DMX put
DMX ain't put on nothing. Well, DMX is all for himself.
He gave Dragon the baton.
Yeah,
Dragon dropped it.
Probably two. Yeah, he more than dropped it. He was like, "You about to get number one." Now you in fourth place.
Yeah, he dropped it. Eve picked it up.
And
I was like, yo, I'll do something with this.
We gotta get a conversation on how she dropped it. She dropped it too. Now she married now she married. She's rich because like homeboy's kind of rich.
But then she wanted to do some TV.
Yeah, which I think is horrible.
What is it? I
wonder if she took off that paw out of her titties and stuff like that.
The paw.
Yeah, did she do a tattoo removal?
Who knows?
Now she's trying to be all clean and cut.
So here's my thing, right? I didn't put it as a tie, and I did it, and I'm gonna be critical here. I'm gonna do it strictly for this. Is that Rough Riders Anthem was a DMX track that's all DMX.
Yep.
Now you're gonna put that against Nothing But a G Thing, and then you got first of all it's Dre's track.
Yep.
Right.
Yes, it was
from the Chronic.
Yep.
So it's Dre's track, and Snoop got in it, and Snoop did his thing. He ripped it as he always did.
Sure.
But the fact that you're gonna put an album that DMX went all the way.
Crazy.
So that's what I put on Rough Riders Anthem.
Yeah.
It's a hot track, but it's a solo track.
Yeah.
Versus what G Thing is, not only is it not a solo track, but it's Dre's. And it is what it is. I know the versus battle. There's other ones that go the other way, but I'm going Rough Riders Anthem. It was close, and I'm critical for that.
It's a tough one.
Not because of the quality of music, but I'm going to go based on the production of the music.
It's a tough one. It's almost like, because Nothing But G Thing, which was an introduction to Snoop Dogg, if you think about it. Rough Riders Anthem was an introduction to DMX, although Stop Being Greedy was probably one of his first songs. Well, Rough Eye Anthem
Get at me, dog. Get at me.
It was actually it's Get at Me, dog. It was but Rough Eye Anthem made him to stardom because I remember when I was in school, people were saying, "What's that song?" Like stop, drop, shut down. Because you like stop, drop, and roll, and that was the time when Smokey the Bear was like one of the best. Everybody got to give respect to Smokey the Bear. Yeah. Smokey the Bear kind of killed DMX. Give that guy some money, I tell you. But I got it as a tie. But round 2 is another one. Now you might disagree with this one, but I gave it a tie. But I still think DMX Party Up in Here was better than Drop It Like It's Hot. But a lot of people gave it a tie. I'm gonna give it a tie too because the significant of that track was crazy, and I just think that it's aged better than Drop It Like It's Hot. I don't think Drop It Like It's Hot was. I heard it for 2 years, and I still hear Party Up in Here if you go to a club.
Was that another Pharrell or Neptune's production?
Pharrell.
Right?
That was Pharrell with Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, so a lot of the times, when you hear stuff like that, you tend to like give more attention to like the beat, than the actual content because of the unique beats that Pharrell was doing, or his boy, the Neptune, they were doing, versus Party Up in Here. It's like you listen to like what the substance is, right? So what DMX is dropping, the lyrics he's putting out there, the way he kept on doing it, So when he's putting that kind of like lyrics, you're not even caring about the beat. I think Drop It Like It's Hot, I'm thinking the beat more than anything.
Even then, Party Up in Here, it gets you. I put it like this.
Yeah.
If I listen to Party Up in Here, I'm taking my clothes off. I'm dancing.
All
day. All day.
Yeah, actually, I'll do you one better, right? You go to the gym, right?
Yep.
So right now, if you have a list and you're about to like, put on your 500 pound, you're gonna bench press, whatever you're gonna do.
500's a high.
Which one you press? You Party Up in Here, or you doing Drop It Like It's Hot?
Party Up in Here.
Exactly.
Can't drop it like hot.
Exactly.
See.
Because it's the beat. It's the lyrics, the way that.
I think everybody was trying to do Crip Walk when Drop It Like It's Hot came out. That's what they were trying to do. Yeah, Party Up in Here was a part. Yeah. Even the music video was kind of funny. The music video when he tried to rob the bank and everything.
Yeah. Yeah. Party Up in Here. Yeah. He walks in with his Timbs.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Tim. Every New York cat got Timbs. I tell you.
Yeah. You saw DMX
Wallabies and Timbs. Oh yeah, Wallabies and Timbs.
Oh yeah.
So you calculate it.
We got one more. They had that bonus.
Oh yeah, but are we gonna really count the bonus? What's the bonus? You tell me.
It was Where the Hood At versus the next episode. Another
Posse beat. It was like Posse beat versus
Where the Hood At.
Where the Hood from Grand Champ was a good song. That was a more controversial song. A lot of people don't like talk about that right now, but I got Where the Hood At with that one. I know that Posse beat. A lot of people love those. He has a lot of Posse beat. But if you calculate it, X win this battle when you calculate it.
I got 10-9 Snoop.
And see, that's the
two
thing.
ties.
I got what was it? 10-8X with 3 ties. 10.
I had another tie up in there.
But 10-8X 3 ties. And it's one of those things that we gotta. Those two artists, we just have to respect them because no matter what, the culture wins with this one. But I got 10-8-3, and the X winning this one. And I just feel like X Kyle was a little bit better for me.
So here's my highlight of the whole thing. When DMX, when it's dark and hell is hot, right? When that came out, I was playing that all the time, from beginning to end. Flesh in My Flesh, the Great Depression. I was doing all that. When Snoop, when he had Doggy Style, I was bumping it. Right? He comes out with The Dogfather. There's a lot of decent, good tracks on it. That was after that. Whatever he did with No Limit on with Mystical, whoever was there, I wasn't really feeling it. I wasn't. So the thing with DMX is that he took it to me. I love DMX. He speaks to to my upbringing. You know what I mean? The music, the style. Plus he's an East Coaster. So I can relate. I know what he's talking about. I'm listening. Snoop is just more like he appeals to the masses, and everybody that's anybody knows who Snoop is. You know what I mean? You can go to your grandmother, she knows who Snoop is.
Everybody knows Snoop.
You can go to your mom, she knows who Snoop is. And if you have a daughter, son, cousin, whatever, they know who Snoop is. DMX, I don't know if your grandmother knows that much about DMX. She's like, I don't listen to that.
Yeah, that was too hardcore rap for a lot of people.
I don't listen to DMX. Is that a shoe?
So, let's say we agreed to disagree, but I still think that DMX won. You think that Snoop won. Now,
you got any honorable mentions?
It's no honorable mention for me because I know DMX had a lot of songs, but at the end of the time, I think Snoop probably left a lot in the table when it comes to songs.
I think DMX too.
Yeah, I did. DMX did it, but I don't have nothing that he'll probably will change my results or anything like that.
I got three. I got three each, and I'll bring it up, and you tell me if it's tough to take one of them out.
Yep.
But let's say we added 3 more tracks to it, and you tell me if these 3 belong, right? The grand finale, Belly soundtrack.
Yeah, posse cut.
But the posse that was there, you had Nas.
Yep.
You had Method. Method was him. Him. They had him and Redman. They were doing that tag team thing. Ja Rule, he was doing.
Yeah.
So grand finale, great beat to start off.
I could do without grand finale. I could do without grand finale.
Okay. You could do without grand finale. 24 Hours to Live.
That's a fire one,
right?
That could have been one of the
again?
that could have been one of those fire ones. I like 24 Hours to Live. That was a good verse too.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That was a good verse.
Oh yeah. I think it's set that up for kind of like that 4 team track. Yep. Where you can throw 4 cats into it, and and here's my other one. We Right Here.
Nah, I don't like that song.
You don't like that?
I don't like that song.
I think that was the second release.
Great Depression.
From the Great Depression, yeah. So after Who We Be, that was the second release. Yep. That when the Great Depression came out, it was a #1 Billboard.
Yeah. So one of those things, we right here. We right here. I don't like that song.
We're not going anywhere.
I know a lot of people like that song. I just don't like that song.
I got you.
Yeah, but Snoop Dogg, I know he had a lot of songs that he could have. Okay, it could have been one of those things that he could have killed everybody.
All right, so here's 3 for Snoop. I'll do it quick here. Sensual Seduction. I
don't know why he didn't play that. I don't know why he didn't play that.
Wait, auto-tune.
I was so mad about that because he could have.
Maybe it was too high, but
he could have swayed me away from DMX if he played that.
Yeah, I got you right. Vapors.
That's a B-side. I don't know.
No, it wasn't a V. That was which I'm gonna talk about the next track. That was a second release from Dogfather.
I just didn't like it.
Okay. And then Snoop Upside Your Head. That was his first release.
I didn't like that either.
You didn't like Snoop Upside Your Head?
Nah, I didn't like that either. Didn't like that either. Still Dre was one of the songs that he should have put out. Yeah, Still Dre was a fire song. Although he was just doing a hook, it was a fire song. I like that song on there. So after this whole verses thing, I'm gonna tell you some people have a little delusional about who they are in the rap game. I'm gonna have you hear this thing in the rap game.
Did you do a verses with LL Cool J?
I of course, but I think the verses. Let me be clear with the verses.
They just songs. They're not battles. They're not.
It's song for song.
Song for song, celebration of rap. It ain't battle.
I don't think LL would survive. My shit is thorough, Joe. I ain't bragging. I'm not bragging and I'm not being arrogant. I don't think he would survive. I got 25 albums, G. I don't think he survived.
Yo, Chris. James Starr Smith, you heard it first here. This is a Joker moment. This is the big show. KRS-One in a
react. KRS-One saying he could beat LL.
Hell no.
I don't know what he was thinking.
No.
See, this is my thing. A lot of people disrespecting LL because he's a goat, low key goat.
Yo, goat with a capital G.
And you know why we don't? And it's funny how no one put him in their top 10 or even top 15. He's a GOAT. He's been there since the 80s.
Yo, but he did have a hiatus, right?
Yeah.
At some point, he did drop. He dropped his microphone, he dropped his mix, he dropped everything, and he started to do TV, right? He has TV. Then he said, yo, I'm going to get back in to music after, where he came out with Hey Lover, with Boyz II Men and doing it well, and he was doing all of that.
All I Have with J-Lo?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Another one, he did a couple things with Total, too, you know. So he had that hiatus, but then when he came back, he was kind of more doing that, You know why a lot of people don't give him respect?
Style. He does a lot of lovey-dovey songs.
He does.
But that's still,
Mr. Smith was a good album. He dropped it pretty good on Mr. Smith.
Carrie, and no disrespect.
All World was another
All World. there's no disrespect to KRS-One, but one or two songs it was a fire, and the rest of them lyrically he has a good method, but I don't think he could go against.
No, he can't. The thing with LL is that a lot of people sleep on him because he goes with the flow of what the album or the track is supposed to be.
Yes.
Yo, if he wants to come out and rip it, he'll rip it.
He'll rip it.
Yo, Cannabis, if he was on the show running, he'll tell us, yo, beware.
Just like that song with DMX, 4 3 2 1.
That's right.
He ripped it on that
all
one
day. You know what I mean?
Killed Cannabis.
Yo,
Cannabis was like, what's Cannabis?
Yo, who knows?
Jack
right?
the Ripper. Like, come on.
Yo, Wyclef didn't want to have nothing to do with Cannabis after that.
Nothing.
You know, he was like, yo,
he's like, forget Cannabis.
Yeah,
Cannabis.
where you at? Where you at? You know
can I bust?
Yeah, can I bust? Can I roll?
Can I bust? Yes, you can. Now, I don't think KRS-One could beat L Cool J.
No.
But you know what verses I want to see? There's a lot of them I want to see.
Yeah, tell me.
Drake versus Jay-Z. So that's a big debate.
That's a huge debate because you're talking about like the top two most influential figures in music.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Anybody would love to work with them if they can.
Yep.
And on top of that, yo, you can't tell me you can't go in anybody's playlist right now and find a Drake album or a Drake song or a Jay-Z. So either way, you can't go in anybody's playlist right now and not find both in their playlist. So yeah.
My thing is, I don't think Drake will lose if he actually do a versus with Jay-Z. It's not nothing. I'm not saying that Drake is a better lyricist than Jay-Z, but Drake got hits. Drake got hits.
Yeah,
Drake, no matter what you do, no matter how you put it, Drake got hits. I literally, No Guidance was one of the biggest songs last year, and if Drake wasn't in there, I don't think it would have been the biggest song last year. Drake got hits. Jay-Z got hits, but I could tell you this with Jay-Z, some of his albums was not it for me. Like, I'm not gonna say Jay-Z. Some of like at least three albums. I'm like, I'm not playing this. I'm not playing. Now, I think The Blueprint was one of the best albums ever made, but you gotta be on some type of level that Drake is on because he gets hits after hits. Even some of his
Cash Hose was on that too.
We brought up,
but DMX wanted that track.
But as I said before, I could put three albums I would not listen to Jay-Z because I thought it was horrible. Drake, I could put a couple of albums, but at the end of the day, most of his songs on some of his albums it's just fire. No matter he has those singles, you be like, damn, that's fire. He's like a modern day MJ if you put it like that. But obviously he's not gonna sell more than MJ. But he's like a modern day MJ. If Drake decided to retire right now, the whole hip hop community would be gone. It'll be gone.
You don't think right now hip hop is in a state of not classic? I don't want to say the word classic, but in a state of stability where everybody's putting hot shit out.
You only have three artists in this day and age that could even put out anything. Is Drake, K. Dot, and J. Cole. Then Travis too. I'm not gonna put on
J. Cole. His album. You know what?
Take those four out. Hip hop be horrible. Take those four out right now.
I mean, I don't know.
No, don't call that. But call that Black. He need to get his act together. But he don't sell as much as Drake or J. Cole or K. Dot or even Travis Scott. Even Luda put Little Uzi with you, but
you're forgetting somebody.
Who?
Kendrick Lamar.
K. Dot. That's what I put. But you can, he can. After take those four out, hip hop would be horrible right now. If Drake, they had a discussion say if Drake went independent, he would have been killing it. He would have been killing right now. I just don't see anyone beating Drake hit for hit. Now, I'm not saying he's a better lyricist than Jay-Z. I cannot see anyone
not a better lyricist.
No, not a better lyricist. But I would say Drake is the meme rapper because every song that he has, you could put a meme. You wasn't with me shooting in the gym. Wasn't with me shooting in the gym. Now, fellas, do not say that to a girl. They'll cut you. They'll cut you. Don't say that to a girl.
Slap you, cut you.
Just slap you, cut you. You see that little video of that girl lighting the Jeep on fire? They'll do that to you. But no one could beat Drake in a versus battle.
All right, so if you were doing a versus right now, all right, so Drake, Jay-Z, that's a good versus right now. Who else would you have in a versus right now?
J. Cole, K. Dot.
Ah, that's a good one.
Yeah, J. Cole, K. Dot. Cameron versus Mace.
Who do you have against Mace?
Cameron versus Mace. Got to do a Harlem thing. Harlem World versus Harlem World.
I got you.
I kind of do want to see that KRS-One versus L Cool J because I want to see L Cool J kill them. But obviously, I would love to see R. Kelly versus someone. That's an untouchable being. A lot of people try to say that they could beat. I don't think no one could beat R. Kelly. Even MJ, I don't even think could beat R. Kelly. He has a lot of writing.
Delirious, my brother.
Yeah. I don't know, man. R. Kelly is untouchable. I know a lot of people don't like because he's a little nasty, but he's untouchable.
Yeah, forget about the news part. Let's say we focus on the music only.
R. Kelly.
Yeah, MJ, and he has his own controversy too.
Yeah,
so
I know.
There's a lot of
But he
people
didn't
that
get
say
caught.
the same thing. But yeah,
Yes.
so but I'm saying a lot of people say the same thing. But yeah, there's no B in MJ's mentality when it comes to music.
But I think Prince versus MJ would be a
That
good.
would be a good one, but Prince is not going to stand up alone.
Prince
you know?
wrote a lot of songs.
Yeah, he did, but he's
Some
not
of your
going to.
favorite artists came from Prince. Prince versus MJ would be phenomenal. Well, R. Kelly wrote a lot of songs too. Even probably R. Kelly versus Prince will probably be good too.
Yo, here's a good verses. How about the verses of producers / rappers? Puff Daddy or P. Diddy versus Jermaine Dupri.
I think P. Diddy would beat that,
Of course.
but
Yeah.
it will be a good one. I would think that P. Diddy would probably go in echelons of like Dr. Dre, because at that time,
Oh, that's a good one.
Dr.
The only thing with
Dre.
Dr. Dre is he didn't do much after what is it? All Eyes on Me, right? Because
he had some. He had
I mean,
Eminem.
he had
You have to
Chronic
think about it, he
too,
had
yeah.
Eminem producing wise. He had
Oh, yeah,
Eminem.
he did that. That's right.
So he
Yeah,
had Eminem. He had 50 Cent.
Yeah,
Obviously, he
yeah,
had
that's
50
right,
Cent. So
yeah,
it's gonna be tough. So he even
Yeah,
had
Get
the
Rich or Die
Kanye West. He
Trying.
just got Kanye West on there, which Kanye West is a little sucker. He said he was going to put out his album Friday. He didn't even do it. He's a liar. But he did have Kanye West too.
I got you.
So it's tough. It's gonna be tough for me.
Yo, here's a good verses right here. How about this one? Rick Ross versus Fat Joe.
I think Rick Ross will win that. Fat Joe?
Fat Joe's kind of like on that Snoop level of longevity.
I don't think he's nowhere near Snoop level.
See, the thing is, Fat Joe, he's been around for what? Over 2 decades at this point.
But
at
did
least
he
2
have
decades.
great songs though? That's
Fat Joe?
He has some songs. I'm not gonna say he doesn't. I'm thinking it's Fat Joe and Ja Rule. That would sound much better.
I could go that route. I don't got Ja Rule on my list, but I do got I got 50 Cent versus T.I.
A lot of people want that.
I mean,
Who do you think will win though?
I'm gonna go with 50 Cent.
Yeah, because if you get into that G Unit bag,
you get into that
T.I.
G-Unit
got
bag,
some
that's right.
hits too,
Yeah,
but
he
you
does,
get
he
into
does.
that G Unit bag, that'd be a little tough.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just I feel like they need to start. I don't know.
Even recently, I think you did some 50 Cent that like what is it? The Power soundtrack? I think he had it.
Get that Power soundtrack out your mind. You've been
I'm
saying
just-
that lately. with
Yo,
that Power
I'm saying
soundtrack.
because when I listened to it, so when I watched the show, obviously he produced it. You have that intro with Joe, but I'm not even talking about that. So then I listened to the because there was an A$AP Rocky song on it that I thought was hot. Then I listened to the album. I'm like, yo, this is actually pretty fire.
Yeah,
Like,
true.
this shit is dope.
Or we could get like a little Uzi Vert versus Travis Scott. That could be a nice little one.
I got him against Kodak Black.
And Kodak Black I like Kodak Black, but he's not in the level as
Yeah, well, we're
Travis
talking
Scott
20 songs. I don't think you can put out 20 songs.
Do people really know 20 songs of,
That's what I'm
of
saying.
Kodak
That's,
Black?
that's what I'm saying. You can't. The tough part is that you can't put 20 songs on these artists.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Travis Scott and Lil Uzi versus good songs.
So yeah, here's I'm gonna throw like a curveball at you, right? It's a curveball. How about groups? How about this one? I got Naughty by Nature,
Nah,
West Side Connection. Yo, we gotta start old school first.
Yeah.
Then you can get into some newer
West
cats.
Side Connection will win that.
Yeah, you probably you could be
Yeah.
right. You could be right.
It's just
But I'm saying
West Side
like,
Connection had so
'cause
much. You got
if we're
Ice
talking
Cube.
20. You got to go back old school because you need to try to pull up 20 from way back.
It's not fair because Ice Cube will go into his bag because he's another GOAT that a lot of people don't talk about. What if he goes in his bag by himself?
Yeah.
You think so? Because Tretch, I don't think they got anything with Ice Cube. Ice
Yeah, but
Cube's a
if
whole
we're talking
GOAT.
about West Side Connection, it's tough for him to go into.
You're
his
gonna
own
try to
bag.
go in his bag though.
Yeah, but you know that shit gotta you might pull 1 or 2 traps.
Bow
You gotta
down.
stop it right there.
Yeah.
Then at that point, then we're talking Ice Cube. And then if it's Ice Cube, then you throw him out there with like a Mace. You know what I mean?
Yes.
You could throw him against him. You could throw him maybe against a Ludacris type, right?
Mace.
Ice Cube.
Ice Cube is way big. No, Mace.
No,
can't
I'm just
go with Ice Cube.
saying if we're talking individual, if you're talking about individual
Yeah,
status, artists, whatever, I think Mace came out with 3 albums, all together.
Mace had one good album. Double Up.
No. First of all, Harlem World was better than Double Up. Double
Chill,
Up,
Chill,
I love-
Hall, yeah.
and
Well,
then
Double Up was his more successful album.
more than Harlem World.
Born on Harlem World. Double Up was more successful. And I'll check it out right
I'm
now.
gonna say Harlem World. Harlem World. Was
You think
more
so? You think Harlem World was more successful than Double Up?
I'm gonna say yes.
Why you over there looking at me?
So,
I'm
and
a
then-
girl standing
Now,
there.
he had his third album. I guess we can agree the third album, Welcome Back, that was the one where he started to then, I think at that point he was a pastor.
Welcome Back was horrible.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, he
Do we
was
even
a
give that
priest.
respect that Welcome Back was a money grab?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. The third album, that was the weakest out of all of them. So we agree
Oh
on
yeah,
that.
Harlem World, 4-time platinum. Harlem World. So the Double Up went 2-time
Yo,
platinum.
you gotta stop disagreeing with me, partner.
I'm just
you
saying.
gotta stop.
I like Double Up way better than
Yo,
Harlem World.
I like Double Up. But Harlem World.
Harlem World,
Put him up. Put
yeah.
him. You know.
Welcome
But
back.
I'm saying if you're putting Ice Cube, you'll put him against like a Mace type, a Ludacris type, but West Side Connections.
So, but I'm just saying, who you think with Mace versus with Cameron? What do you think?
Because of the commercial success, I'm gonna say Mace. If you're talking
Cameron
rap
had better.
style,
Cameron has more commercial success than Mace.
Cameron
Oh yeah. You think about it, Cameron had even that
outside Dipset.
outside Dipset. He had a longevity career, longer career.
You're right.
It's just because Cameron has more albums. That's probably why he has more album sales. So that's the only thing I say. He has more albums. That's why more album sales. Obviously, Double Up and Harlem World. That's if you calculate that, that's already 6. That's already 6 million sold. But if you think about Cameron, he just had more albums, and I just feel like he has a better career trajectory.
Now the other thing too with Mace, I guess this is and I'm sorry, I know you're not gonna like this, is that he did a lot of future hits, features on P. Diddy's albums too.
True.
So
if you think about it like that,
he can go into that bag and say, hey, all about the Benjamins. You know what I mean? He can do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
True,
4, 3, 2, 1. I mean, not for 24 Hours to Live.
True.
You can go and do that.
I don't know. That's gonna be a tough. Harlem versus Harlem. That'd be perfect. Harlem versus Harlem. That would be.
Harlem versus Harlem. You got the dog versus the dog, or the Harlem versus the Harlem. You heard it here first.
Yeah,
folks.
we want that to happen.
Yeah.
All right, so we're done with that. So the next.
Wait. One more. M versus Nas.
I don't know, man.
And if you want to take Nas out of it, because you may say Nas doesn't have the longevity, then put in Lil Wayne.
I don't know.
I'll go with Lil Wayne more.
Yeah, I go with Lil Wayne more
because he has like the mix success.
I just feel like his M versus anyone is kind of tough because it doesn't. I feel like he doesn't get a fair shot. Because what? I just feel like no matter what he does, everybody can always pick the other, regardless of anything. Because his lyrics is a little different. He's a little different. It don't sound right. It don't sound right, but it's effective.
Yeah,
it's effective.
Yeah.
So.
I got you.
All right, so what else? So we done with this. Are we still anything else?
I think we're good. I think.
All right, so controversial top 5 greatest of all time.
Now you're gonna put it on me like that. Top
5 greatest of all time.
So there's a top 5, but I can never put them in order.
I'm not gonna put them in order, but let me tell you mine.
Yeah, go for it.
I got Jay-Z, Tupac, Biggie, Eminem, Drake.
That's nice. That's a good one. Damn, that's a good one. So I'm gonna take. You know what? I'm actually gonna X this out.
X this out. Who you Xing out though?
I'm taking out Nas.
Okay, no matter why you exit out, it's the only reason why I gotta kind of Nas. I feel like a lot of people in the beginning used to give Nas the top 5 crown, but
in the beginning,
as I listen to him, I don't think he's top 5.
Nah, it's funny. In the beginning, I liked AZ better than I like Nas.
I like AZ way better. It's just
what is it? The Firm. You know, what I mean? We have.
It's just the career wasn't there.
Yeah, exactly. So in the beginning, I was like, AZ. Has better lyrics than Nas.
True,
And
true.
then eventually Nas took to his own. He started to, push it out there, and then the rest is history.
Yep.
But so in my top 5, I got Tupac, Biggie. I think that's kind of no-brainer.
That's like a no-brainer.
Yeah, Jay-Z, M. So my number 5, I got Lil Wayne.
I think so too.
I think Lil Wayne because if we're talking about your R. Kelly point of view, you putting R. Kelly on there, is that Lil Wayne, he had a lot to do with a lot of writing out there. I mean, we talk about the ghostwriters from back then that nobody knows who it is and all of that. You can't tell me that Young Money, he wasn't in there.
But you know why? The only reason why I put Drake over Lil Wayne, the only reason why, because he got hits for hits. And I'm not saying that Lil Wayne don't have hits for hits, but it's almost like the teacher passing the student overpassing the teacher.
But the student was the student before he was the student. He was with Hot Boys before he was a youngin', before he passed the torch.
But do you like Hot Boys Lil Wayne versus now Lil Wayne?
Because Hot Boys, I look at them as Hot Boys, even though Lil Wayne, I think I know BG was doing big things, and was Juvenile Hot Boys, or he was just more like running that New Orleans.
He just
he was running with him.
You know what the problem with Lil Wayne? He changes when he changed his style. That's when he got crazy.
Yeah,
but
he was dropping mixtape after mixtapes, track after track.
But when the beginning of Lil Wayne, I don't think I like him. at the same time. As a matter of fact, a lot of people were saying that Juvenile was the star of the whole group.
That's what I'm saying. But I didn't think Juvenile was really rolling with Hot Boys. I think Juvenile was doing his thing. I think he looked at it and goes, "Yo, you guys are just up and coming. I'm already established. I'm already in here. So I'm going to do this." And then I think then you had Baby with Manny Fresh. They started doing like they're more like that bling bling style type music. But I don't put Lil Wayne, like, he had success. That's how he grabbed my attention. But I put him solo. I don't really like Ice Cube.
It's just tough.
I like West Side Connection. I get
it's
that.
It's just tough. It's probably another discussion. We gotta have
it was a Mac 10 and.
We might have to kind of go more in depth with that in another episode, but it's tough because it's almost like mixtape Wayne was phenomenal. It's just some of his albums was just a little tough for me.
He was dropping, I think, more mixtapes than I was able to listen to it all before I got to the next one.
Yeah,
it was just coming out, and it's like I didn't even finish one, and he was already on another.
Yeah, it's tough. I gotta really dive in, but those are the 5 for me: Jay-Z, Tupac, Biggie, Eminem, and Drake. Because I call Drake as the meme rapper. Jay-Z, if you listen to some of the stuff, he killed that "What's Free" with Meek Mills and Rick Ross. That was a phenomenal. And I had
Meek Mill.
Oh yeah, I had no. He's not nothing. He ain't no top. He's top 20.
But I'm talking about some same verses.
Yeah,
verses.
But I
you can't throw in there against like a Future.
Nah, Meek Mill had one hot album and he thinks he's the shit.
You can't throw him against like maybe
no Jay-Z. But Jay-Z, if you go in some of his verses, like I just got when he said, "All you need to know that I'm not a hoe, Navajo, not a hoe." I just got that, and I was like, "Damn!" It took me how long it took me to figure
out. That shit just goes over your head, or his brain,
or Sign I Fell, Hell Nah, comedy, Seinfeld,
New York.
That was crazy. That was crazy. But I don't know. We got to dive into that top 5 greatest rapper of all time because I put a question out there on Instagram. Again,
follow us
at Fellas Corner Podcast on Instagram, Fellas Corner on podcast on Twitter as well. I put a question out there. A lot of people were trying to say,
"Yo, email us too. You got questions. Your point
emails,
of view.
contacts any way you like."
Podcast.
But I put a question out there. People trying to tell me Royce the 5'9". I like Royce the 5'9", but I don't think he's should be in the top 5 regardless of anything. Royce the 5'9". They try to put.
I was thinking about this earlier. I had Royce the 5'9" in there. I forgot who the hell I was gonna put him up against. I couldn't think.
I get it, but some of his songs just whack.
What do you put him? Do you put him against like Nelly? I mean, who the hell do you put him against?
He don't have that much albums to really. A lot of people don't know who Royce the 5'9" is, even though a lot of the lyrics are obviously rapper heads. They know who Royce the 5'9" is.
Common? Do you put him against Common? Common had like
I don't like Common's albums.
Not Phil?
He got some good hits though. He got some good hits. Like, what you put Common against? Mos Def? You think Mos Def would be a good challenge for Common?
Yeah, that would be a good one. Yeah, I would put that because you got that intellectual rap.
Yeah, top 5: Jay-Z, Tupac, Biggie, Eminem, and Drake on there. It's just I think that
most people got Andre in there.
Andre, he's great. I wish that he'll keep on going. Andre is about top 10 at least. Top 10 is on there. Just like I put DMX on top 10.
So would it be like Outkast then if you're gonna put Andre against West Side Connection?
Outkast is phenomenal though.
Yeah, Outkast. Yeah.
ETL Aliens, that'd be phenomenal.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I don't know.
Oh yeah, that's how.
Yeah, West Side Connection can't go Outkast. Outkast will definitely win that.
Yo, I think one of the smoothest verse, but this one's from Big Boy. He said, "I'm cooler than the polar bear's toenails."
Yeah,
that's how smooth he is.
That is a cool verse. Well, we gotta have to discuss that in a later episode.
Yeah,
we're gonna definitely have to discuss that top 5. So obviously contact us. We want to know Jay-Z, Tupac, Biggie, Eminem, and Drake. Yeah. That's mine.
Yo, you know what I can't wait for? I want to hear some of the female verses.
Well, they say Keisha Cole versus Ashanti, although I think Ashanti will win.
Yeah, I got you. Now, what about the rappers? You got Queen, Missy Elliott.
Who could beat Missy?
Nicki Minaj can.
Yeah, right now, Nicki versus Lil Kim.
I think the Brad's
the Brad. All about it's all about careers. The Brad, I get it. A lot of people think that, but Missy Elliott will smoke the Brad. Okay. But Lil Kim versus Nicki Minaj will be a nice little versus on there. That I would think that would probably work really well with that.
Okay, so then if you're talking about career, then you would have to put Lil Kim then.
Yeah, Lil Kim, you got to put Lil Kim. No matter how you put it, you got to put Lil Kim. Lil Kim have a good career. Foxy Brown, Lil Kim will be good too. I would think that would probably be one of the best. Foxy Brown, Lil Kim.
Would you put Lauryn Hill? I mean, Fugees, they were doing some good shit. But then again,
she
had the Fugees and she had Which one was it? Uneducated? Was that the album?
Who would you put with the Fugees? Who you put against
No,
the Fugees?
I'm saying Lauryn Hill. No,
Lauryn Hill, who?
No, I don't know. I'm just saying, like, for the females. Like, if you're throwing some females' names into the mix, Lauryn Hill, like, she can rap too. The only thing is that she did a lot more with the Fugees, and then she kind of did more singing tracks.
Probably. I just
Was it Miseducated? Was that the album?
Miseducation of Lauryn Hill.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, with the controversy where I forgot like who was senator or whatever said something about her album.
Well, it's one of those things. It's very tough. Remy Ma.
Foxy Brown.
Nah, I don't think Remy Ma got anything either. I know a lot of people like Remy Ma because she killed Nicki Minaj, but in my mind, I just don't think that's
some people say it was Pat Poose that wrote some of them lyrics.
Probably did, but you know, she would never, ever kind of agree to that as well. But yeah, I gotta go. I'm about to go on the next podcast. What is it? Journey of a Black Woman. So,
all right, fellas, make sure you reach out to us on Instagram, Twitter.
Yep.
Email us, fellascorner@gmail.com.
At gmail.com, Instagram, Twitter, guys. So thank you for all you first-time listeners. Thank you for all you first-time listeners. Thank you for all the return listeners as well. So we'll see you later. And obviously we're going to start. I can't wait. I can't wait for the next episode.
Oh, yeah.
We gotta talk about that.
I can't wait for the next verses.
All right. I'll see y'all later, okay?